Now, yeah, man, you are way too cocky for your own good. I mean, honestly, after seeing what he said as he was crawling back into the Zenina state, I think he just deserves to just get on out of here. I honestly thought Naoya would be something more, or possibly there'd be a change for Naoya, for the simple fact that he was able to recognize Toji as someone that is strong, someone that is somebody to be a force to be reckoned with. But honestly, his cockiness is one of his biggest downfalls. And he's dead. I just don't get how you can see the Kukuru squad, Junichi, Ranta, Chojuro. I just don't get how you can see all these people die. Maki's father, and you really think you're hot shit after you just got, came back from a loss from Choso, right? So he's full of himself, and honestly, Naoya is one. He encompasses the problem with the Zenin family. Selfishness, cockiness, the way they treat others, not even on a more than just a misogynistic level, because honestly, if you've got any type of power in this family, you just don't matter, especially if you don't have a passed down curse technique, or a curse technique that's really good. You just don't matter, and that's just not a way to run a family. Like, it's just not. Like, everybody who wasn't anything or at the bottom, they just wanted to live a peaceful life and not get involved. But the clan, the family, they're so toxic. And honestly, now you're dead. Crazy. But I want to touch on a few things in this chapter, and at the end we'll get to what's going on with Akutami Gege. But so at the beginning, we get kind of a little back and forth banter between Maki and her mother. And essentially what's happening is her mom's scared, right? Maki's trying to calm her down, being like, Mom, listen, why did you tell me to come back? And, she's like, please, no, like, what is this? And so I read this a few times, and honestly, Maki's mother, she was in a sort of way trying to save her. She almost broke the spell of the Zenin clan, but she was trying to save her. But at the end of the day, she still, was like, Maki, get away from me. What are you going to do? And Maki killed her. But what this basically meant, and we find out later on, is that she didn't want Maki or Mai to die. She, she's living how Mai probably would have lived if she just, as she said, stayed at the bottom and lived her life in the Zenin clan. And later on, we find out that she's the one that actually killed Naoya as she walks in about to die. And then, she just says to herself, I'm glad I gave birth to them, basically. And it's really interesting because her mother lived through all this, was okay with all this. It doesn't make her any better, honestly. And I really do like that Maki kind of picked up on the fact that, hey, you asked me to come back when the whole plan was for me to walk in there and find Mai on the ground injured. So obviously you, in a way, you care, but you're so indoctrinated in this Zenin system that you really didn't tell me. You didn't want to stop me. You're just gonna keep doing what you do. And that's the problem. People in the Zenin clan are just okay with it. They go with the flow. It's great that Maki's mother realized this, but I mean, she went out saying, look, I'm glad I gave birth to you two, because at the end of the day, all this stuff is over. And sure, she did suffer through a lot, her mother probably, but that's just being a part of the problem, honestly. Zenin clan is crazy, man. But yeah, like I said, we see Naoya kind of crawling before we kind of get a couple of shots of the Zenin estate. It's looking like the Uchiha massacre in Naruto, honestly. Maki is the new Itachi in a interesting sort of way, right? But now he's laying down, he's acting cocky again. This is, again, like I said earlier, this is when I was like, okay, you just gotta go. Didn't finish me off properly, that bitch. And it's just like, okay, You're too full of yourself. First, you're not Toji. Now, oh, you didn't finish me up properly. Now your whole face is caved in. Like, enough. Like, and I'm looking at the panel. I think he's got teeth missing. Like, unbelievable. But her mom, Maki's mom, finishes the job. Thank goodness. He doesn't have the cursed energy to really fight back, right? And then we get Momo in the next last couple of panels kind of rushing like Mai-chan. And then she says, you know, I told her not to go. And she's holding Mai and she asks Maki what she's going to do. And Maki just walks away. Now, we get this little description before the chapter ends. On that day, 6 Hiei and 21 Kukuru squad members were reported missing and shortly found to have died of unnatural causes. No cursed energy residue was found at the scene. Trace amounts of cursed energy from a cursed tool could be detected from their wounds. This is a cover-up. Plain and simple, this is a cover-up. They know what happened. A couple of special grade 1 sorcerers and the Kukuru squad, and honestly some regular grade 1 sorcerers and some grade 2, like, they know what happened. This is not unnatural causes. You found cursed tool residue or cursed energy residue from cursed tools. You know it had to be somebody. Like, unnatural causes, no, absolutely not. This is just another example of why Gojo wants to get rid of this Jujutsu society, because they're playing a bunch of games just to make sure, you know, everyone else around them is appeased, making sure they stay in power. They don't want to recognize. And this is also, too, another example of, you know, just the Jujutsu society not recognizing anybody without cursed energy. Incredible. And, you know, we also get to that the Gojo and Kamo clan kind of came together and recommended that the Zenin clan be disbanded. And the commissioner, which, by the way, I didn't know there's a commissioner. Hope we meet him. Really do. But the commissioner has that decision on hold. And I think it's honestly going to go through because the Zenin clan is done. Megumi doesn't want anything to do with it. Maki doesn't want anything to do about being the head anymore because Mai has died. Now her goal, like she promised Mai, destroy it all, and she did. She doesn't care about that anymore. So I'm really curious to see where Maki goes from here. But we do know for sure she's definitely entering these calling games. But I really do want to know, like, her goal. Like, what's going to be her aspiration? What's going to keep her pushing at this point? I'd love to find that out. Because I think Maki's new arc and, you know, her newfound powers, like, what's her push? Like, what's going to be her inspiration to do this? What's her new thoughts on the Jujutsu world? Yeah, it's definitely going to be great. But yeah, I just want to mention, you know, if you read the end of it, there's some mentioning of, you know, Gege taking a month off due to, you know, sick, which obviously, you know, take your breaks. You know, with the recent passing of the Berserk mangaka Kento Miura, take your breaks. Oda takes them. All mangaka need to take them because coming out with chapters week to week is tough. So, hoping for Gege and a speedy recovery, enjoying the month off. And yeah, guys, this was really it of Jujutsu Kaisen. Pretty short and sweet chapter. Just want to touch on a few points. I'll be doing some My Hero reviews, One Piece reviews, possibly Black Clover reviews. So look out for those videos. I'll try and review those as well. Also, I'll be doing some series recommendations as well. So keep a look out for those. So yeah, guys, like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy my little review. Thanks.